Everyone takes my damn jokes. Alexis takes my joke about people having to mandatorily be here, and takes my joke about maybe they're fucking good jokes.
Anyway, we're about to watch Cohort 1's stand-up assignment, so let's enjoy.
I have solid jokes, so much so, other people have decided to take them and use them. Am I jealous? No. I made them up. Am I happy?
All right, we're gonna get this started.
I've never been happy.
What wasn't so great is that there was a fire escape right outside my window, and people would often go up there to talk. And one night I heard this conversation. Man, yo, that party was dope as fuck. Oh man, I know that was a great party, guys, but let me just say something that's been on my mind. Listen, bros, we go to parties, we drink, we dance, we get with girls, we live the life. But I've been thinking, I can't sustain this lifestyle forever. And after I graduate, I'm gonna settle down and I'm gonna make a family, yo. I'm gonna make a family.
But now I kind of approach death with the attitude of like a 90s cartoon food mascot, just with like acceptance and positivity that's totally and completely forced. Like when I imagine myself confronting death, I imagine myself as like a cartoon cat with like tilted down shades and an open button Hawaiian shirt, and I'm just like, oh yeah, I'll see y'all later. And then I just hop on a skateboard and just like ride into the infinite void. That's how I imagine death now.
If I could lose my virginity as easily as I lose the remote to the TV, that would be awesome. Where does that thing go? That thing should never be leaving the 6 foot by 6 foot area. You know, you have your coffee table and your couch. It should be somewhere in there. It never is. So then you gotta get the search and rescue out. All right, fam, get in here. We got a remote to find.
My friend said that I've started to become desperate in the hopes of finding a potential suitor. I don't know what they're talking about, though. They see me, you know, serenading one of their dogs with a personalized love song I wrote just for them. I see it as exploring my creativity through the positive outlet of music, expressing my inside thoughts to outside people. They see me, I don't know, trying to prostitute another one of their dogs for a potato chip, just so she'll sit next to me on the couch. I see it as being frugal and using my surroundings to the best of my advantage.
There's just so many reasons I was wrong. One, I feel like a lot of parents, if they actually have adopted children, wait to tell their children past the age of 3. Number 2, I was 3, not deaf. I knew what you were saying. And the last reason is like, we were paying with food stamps. You think they let people who pay with food stamps adopt children? So yes, let's hook up at 10. So I rushed home, right? And the first thing I did to get ready for this hookup was I cut my fingernails. I even cut my toenails. I don't know why, because that does not make sense to that situation. It's not like I was gonna finger her with my toes. That's not a thing you do. Disclaimer. Stephanie Meyer owns all of Twilight. Not me. Chapter 1, Part 1. Seeing you again. Then there's a long quote from the song Echoes on My Everything. I'll skip that part. BPOV, which means Bella's point of view. That's my 4 minutes, so bear with me. 10 years. It's been 10 long, hard years. 10 years since I had last even heard about what the Cullens... What? As a way of torture, Victoria had brought them up often. Victoria's the villain in this story. So now I sat
in my silver car, just staring at the house that contained that very family that broke my heart. I stepped outside the car and into the pouring rain, pouring, P-O-R-I-N-G. I could feel my hair start to become damp from the rain, but other than that, I felt nothing.
I used to always just like stay up really late at night and watching like the stupid, dumb stuff that's on in the middle of the night, like infomercials. I love infomercials. I specifically remember, this was probably 2 summers ago, I remember seeing the commercial for the Cat's Meow. Does anybody know what that is? It's this like toy for your cat it's basically this racetrack that has a little mouse at the end of it, and it just keeps starting and stopping. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's crazy. I loved that commercial. I thought it was the craziest, most ridiculous thing ever. I woke my mom up and was like, you gotta see this commercial. Like, I'll rewind the DVR, I'll show it to you. And she was not digging it, and I was like, okay, fine. This is so much for waking you up in the middle of the night. So then I tried again with my sister. I was like, Janine, you gotta get up, you gotta see this commercial. Also did not dig it. That was the 3rd time I saw the commercial in a row, and that's when I realized that every time I was watching that commercial, I was not paying attention to the cat. I was paying attention to the toy mouse that's going around the racetrack. I'm no smarter than the cat.
I'm not going to be getting any Rogaine because of this man's review about his experience with Rogaine, and it is just so scary. 1 star. The title is One of the Worst Product I Have Ever Touched in My Life. One of the worst product I have ever touched in my life, no doubt. Reduces your hair loss if you lose continuously, but at the same time kills you piece by piece.
In the 2nd grade, my family, my mom on her side, we're Italian, and you have these huge events all the time, like sausage making and Easter pie making, and then in the summer we have a family reunion. And I was really into Spice Girls at the time, and I was hanging out with my 3 cousins, Courtney, Veronica, and Erica, and they all have the same haircut. It's like same blonde bob, you know? And I was like, hey, we should do like some Spice Girls role play, you know? And they're like, yeah, you know, we're in. And I was like, cool, I call Posh, because she's the one who wears lingerie. She's the hot one out of the group. Courtney's like, ooh, no, you can't be Posh. You're Scary Spice. I was like, damn, you know? And it's not that Scary Spice is black. That's not the issue I have with Scary Spice. It's that all the other girls had names like Baby Spice, Ginger Spice, you know, Ginger, Sporty, all that, and then there's Scary Spice. And then all the posters, she would always go like, you know?
Being in private Catholic schools meant that I was the only black girl in my class between the 1st and 6th grade. And I remember one time, we were reading this book for Black History Month called Sister Anne's Hands, and it's about this black nun in the 60s who has this white girl who's like, I can't touch you because your skin color is going to rub off on me. And we all know how the story ends. Like, she proves it's not true. The kids love her in the end. And being a black girl, I had read a million fucking books like that in my life. And my classmates were astounded by racism, and they all came up to me and they crowded around me and they hugged me and they were like, Twitter, we are so sorry. Like, for the actions of the girls in those books. Like, we're so sorry that happened. I'm so sorry that happened to black people. And they were like, we are so glad you're here. We are so glad you joined the school this year. And then to further prove how ridiculous the notion of the story was, they one by one began to touch my skin and go, nothing.
Yeah, I was stuck inside this painting. It was insane. And at first I thought, fuck. I got stuff to do today, And then I thought, I look on the bright side of life and I say, at least I'm not stuck in a Salvador Dali painting, At least I understand where one thing starts and the other begins. Disfigured clocks really confuse me. It's astounding that man made it anywhere on time, actually. I could have been stuck in a Pablo Picasso, but I don't think I would have returned the same anatomically.
To give you an idea of how confident I was, I got to a creek, like a babbling brook. And I wasn't like, oh, this is the wrong direction. I was like, wow, they got me over this little river without getting my feet wet. That's awesome. awesome.
Used to go exploring, and there were these kids that wouldn't let us play in their like teepee. So she went and put dog shit all over it, so they had to roll around in that. Yeah, a real rebel. Anyways, all of these things that she's done to me, I mean, I have to admit too, growing up, I was a little bit of an asshole too. Like, I was the kind of kid who would like swing a Barbie around, like accidentally like poke you in the eye. Accidentally.
Now I'm going to talk about legal things I did as a child. My family had a trampoline for a short amount of time, and one day my brothers and I invented a new game. It's called the pushing game. Rules are simple. You push each other, last one standing wins. Well, one day, my oldest brother and I are playing the pushing game, and it's going fine for a while. But at one point, my oldest brother pushed me super hard. My tooth goes into his knee, goes into my lip, creating another lip from my original. Ew. Next thing I know, I'm crying and bleeding all over the place. Then it starts to rain. It's like the sky can feel my pain. And my brother's doing a victory dance. I mean, he did win.
With Bruce Nordstrom. Oh, Chester, he's that Cheeto on the bag. If there's more than one Vancouver, I'm gonna be mad.
What?
That has been a series of non sequiturs for my job orientation at Nordstrom.
It's day 4 of week 14. Are they having a party over there? They're having a party, and they didn't invite us. I want to see how you golf.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, wait, what's your character's name again?
What is his name? Barnett, Lord Barnett Lord.
Lord Barnett, what?
Barnett Lord. Barnett is my first name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I want to see you
Golf.
golf. Yeah, how do you golf, Barnett?
You gotta keep your shoulders back.
Oh, all right. I thought you were going for it.
You gotta keep your shoulders.
Wow.
Oh.
Is that what they call a home run?
Oh, there we go. Right down the fairway. Gotta get my clubs. March on down the course. We'll putt. We're on the green. All right.
On this ballnut.
Such a ballnut on my ass.
Should I mix you a mint julep?
I just got back from church. We all go to church. This is the South.
At this point, I don't know.
Stop. I don't like this.
I was gonna ask you a question.
Yeah, like as far as she knows,
Oh, wait.
this is her,
You good?
her uncle and brother that she's been with.
Very charming gentleman.
Good out on it. That was really
I am available.
Welcome to day 5 of week 14. We have our acting finals today, both Cohort 1 and Cohort 2. I'm exhausted. A lot of other people are exhausted. I hear that some people are hungover because they went to the Sedgwick stop last night. Classic us. Here's everybody. Acting.
I couldn't help but notice, almost at once, that you are a one-legged person.
You noticed that?
I noticed that, Mr. Spigot. When you've been in the business as long as I have, you come to notice these things almost instinctively. Now, Mr. Spigot, you are auditioning for the role of Tarzan, a role which traditionally involves the use of a two-legged actor. And yet you, a unidexter, are applying for the role. A role for which two legs would seem to be the minimum requirement.
I know what's on my razor.
Makers.
You know, is that him?
That's him.
That's him.
Is it him?
Is that Martin Short or is that the guy you met?
last night.
Wait, what the?
Wait, is that the real name or is that Martin?
That's who we partied with last night. That's Martin.
Is that who you
Is that an
met
actual
last
picture of
night?
Martin Short?
Yeah, that's Martin
Yeah,
Short.
that's
Yeah, we got in a limo with Martin Short.
Martin Short
did.
bought us drinks.
We took this limo,
I should
like
have left.
3 blocks, a block and a half, I don't know. And we got out, went into his high-rise, little Jack Russell Terrier. And it wasn't a Jack Russell Terrier, it was about the size of one. It was maybe a beagle breed.
Could have been a large rat. For all
Yeah.
He put on
That's
his
what I was gonna say.
record, I told him to put on side B
Gretchen,
of the
you
Zeppelin
would take
album,
care of it.
Killer album. Then we proceeded to have a dirty, dirty love fest
What?
on his table. I was gonna stop, but then the dog started licking my ass, and you can't stop at that point.
Oh, I don't think that happened.
That's it for this week's vlog. You want to sign off?
Yeah.
Do you?
That's it for this week's vlog. It's the end of week 13.
14.
14. And see you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.
But I love her anyway. Maybe not as much as Jason loves his mom, but. But I do. I really love her.
I like a cohort.
Wow, I'm killing it.